How about you be mad about the Republican RNC trying to sink the party by standing down to woke? How about you be mad about our DA here in Orange County standing down to people that are violently assaulting Trump supporters?
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of these people.
Hey, you had a good day in court last week, didn't you?
I did. Did you enjoy it?
I did. It was very fun to go watch you do your thing and
My
your
performance.
magic. Beautiful in there.
You know, I didn't expect it to go so well, but it was like they rolled out the red carpet because the judge was cool.
The judge is very cool. The judge made a point of talking to you.
Yeah, and the prosecutor, the new prosecutor wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony.
Well, steps out. Hey, Tony, how are you?
We're just talking about the day in court the other day. How'd you like that?
That was a hell of a day.
Yeah.
You had a good day in court.
And I just want to relish it. Tell me what you thought of it.
Well, I thought it's obvious that your actions, your defiance, is wearing them down. We're in the hallway as we all meet, and it's like the hallway of shame. Like you see, like just criminals just lined up, waiting to go in the courtrooms. And
then I come walking up, right, with my suit.
Yeah, you come walking up, looking great, and we're standing there waiting to be called in, and then next thing you know, this guy walks up. This little short, white, bald-head guy walks up, introduces himself. First thing I didn't like is he reached out and shook your hand, and said hello, how are you doing, and then introduced himself as the new prosecutor. So basically, the prosecutor you had before has tapped out, because if she wanted this case, she would not have tapped out.
Yeah, she gave up.
Yeah, and we're talking,
by the way, down actually.
And by the way, obviously, the Biden news happened today, and we'll get to that in a minute, and the RNC and a few other things. But I wanted to talk about this first because it just happened, right? We had an important day in court for you, for your assault with a deadly megaphone case, the charge you have against you, where you could face 3 years in state prison. So he shows up and he says basically, I'm the new prosecutor. She tapped out, right? That was obvious, and he stepped in, and he seems like he's trying to get up to speed on the case.
My favorite part, Tony, was when he said, do you want to go have a talk private? And I said, sure. And then I said, Tony. And he's like,
right,
what is he, your investigator? I said, yeah. So then you came with me.
Yep.
And the favorite part was when you said to him, what do you guys think you're doing?
Yeah, I said to him,
the tides are turning.
I said to him, the tides are turning. You can see the trend is going a different direction right now. You're going to be on the wrong side of history. Hey, Giovanni.
Guys.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Giovanni.
Where's
Nice
Will?
to see you.
We're good.
Oh, Will, you know what? I gave him the night off.
Perfect.
Let him relax and
Beautiful.
have some fun. So I'll take care of you guys tonight.
Thank you. I'm gonna have bring me the Kamala Sardinian wine,
Cannon, you got it.
and you should try it.
I'll try that. Yeah, sounds good.
You got it, guys.
I want let me get a San Pellegrino no ice with a lime or lemon, whatever you got. I like lime.
Lime, you got it.
All right.
So as we were beating him up in the hallway, the prosecutor
Figuratively.
figured
Make it clear.
I guess.
Be careful.
I said
No
You got enough
physical
charge-
contact happened.
You got enough charges against you.
supposedly no physical contact
Allegedly.
happened. And I said to him, when you decide to drop this case, because you got to sleep at night, you're a human being, and you're on the wrong side of this. You're defending gangbangers,
I know
known Antifa gangbangers, and you're gonna have to sleep at night. And you're a human being just like everybody else here. It's got to be eating away at you. And when you come to us and you say you want to drop the case, we're gonna object. And it was like his brain, like just short wired.
Nobody says that to them.
Yeah, nobody. He didn't know what I meant by that. Then he kind of laughed. Then he kind of laughed about it.
And then I said, we're having too much fun
And we
with this.
say that object because we want to torture them.
Yeah.
We want to go to trial, torture these guys.
Would you remember that line? You said, I think it was like a year ago, you said, I think Doug said, you want them to dismiss it. And I said, I want them to regret it.
To regret it.
I want them to regret it, that they never do this again to anybody in OC.
That's right.
That's right.
And then I said to him, look, and he said, well, trial's going to come. We're going to have, we're scheduling trial for October. And I said, like we always say, you and I, Kim, don't threaten us with a good time.
Yeah.
So
he looked at us like, he's trying to figure it out.
He could figure it out.
And then I explained to him, I said, we're having fun, and I think we're sitting in a good position. I don't know if you are. because I don't think you've seen the evidence
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
How long you had this case? 1 week?
That's right.
He hadn't seen anything.
And
You didn't
then
have time to look at
and
it.
then people tell you all the time you look like Joe Pesci.
Who said I'm bringing heat on you? I gotta listen to people because of your fucking shit? You're ordering me out? You better get your own fucking army, pal.
It's like my cousin Vinny because you represent yourself. So we go in to the courtroom, and I'm sitting in the back row watching you do your thing, and you go up. The judge comes out. I think he likes you, like a lot of the judges.
I think so.
Everybody in the courthouse, I think, really down deep likes you
They all perk up and they all start watching.
because you're a character.
You're a character.
No, you're a character.
No, I think you're the character.
No. Anyway, so you show up. So you show up in the courtroom, and he calls Mr. Sorgente, and he had this smile on his face, just saying your name. Beautiful.
But I was just a man of few words, like at first, right?
Thank you. Yeah, here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, you can support it. So you go into the courtroom, and he says your name. He smiles like he likes you, and I knew he liked you from the last time. You can't help it, right? I mean, you're one of a kind. So that's good. Thank you. So he then says to you, Mr. Sorgente, why are we here? And basically, it's a status conference hearing. You agreed on a trial, on a pre-trial date. The next one,
we kicked the can down the road 91 days.
down the road, and
Another.
and then we're about done. And then he says to you, Mr. Sorgente, come back. Like he wanted more of you. You go back to the podium. People are watching you. Everybody, eyes are glued on you. And like I said, it's my cousin Vinny in reality. And he said, "What about these other charges that you have against you? These
Oh my
seatbelt
God.
charges?" And you
Seatbelt.
say,
Oh, I gave him a reason. I said, El Toro Road backs up, and I got PTSD, Your Honor, so sometimes I get tightness in my chest, and I do, sometimes
Yeah.
I get tight, I get agita,
Yeah.
and so like I said, at that part of the juncture of the freeway, I get a little uncomfortable, so I take the seatbelt, I put it underneath my elbow, just because the traffic's so heavy,
Yeah.
and I just so happen to get all 3 of my seatbelt tickets on that little stretch right before the El Toro Road exit by the same officer.
and you can see he's biting his
Yeah.
lip, ready to laugh, because nobody's ever given that kind of explanation. I'm sitting in the back row with some friends, and before you even answered, when he asked, I said, "Watch this." Like I knew what you were going to do, and there were people up front giggling and laughing. And what did he do? He dismissed the charges.
It happened so fast you didn't even notice it though at first. But yeah, he said, "All right, that's good enough for me. Dismissed."
Dismissed.
Yeah.
He dismissed all 3 of
So
those.
some of your
sequences.
charges are already dismissed.
They're
which is
gone.
great.
Oh, they're just
So
right.
salute to that.
salute.
Yeah.
You gonna tell us about this wine?
Yeah. So this wine right here that you and I are drinking, he's drinking club soda, which is cool. I drink that a lot too.
This is Pellegrino.
When I go out, San Pellegrino,
Mhm.
Italian, of
This
course.
is one of your products here.
Yep. So
So
so this is a Sardinian wine, and it comes from a Cannonau grape. So the Cannonau grape is native to Sardinia. Sardinia is an island off the central coast.
It's above Sicily.
Yeah, it's got a note of like dried fruit, raspberry, spices, even smoke.
You can smell.
And
really good.
the island is cool, and because it's. Have you heard of the blue zones? The blue zones are where centenarians are found.
Yeah.
People that live past 100. They don't just live past 100, but they walk, they work, they even have sex, they have regular lives, and they're functioning, and they credit their longevity to this wine. Goat milk too, because it's great for the digestive system. But this wine here has 3 times the antioxidant power, flavonoids.
Oh, cool.
It's artery blasting formula in this wine, and the first man. There's more centenarians that live in Sardinia than anywhere else in the world, and the first man to live past 100, I think it was 110, was in Sardinia. Sardinia is cool. It's got the oldest evidence of prehistoric civilization in the world, right? So there's evidence there of that. And also, I don't know if you remember, but James Bond, I think it was A Spy Who Loved Me. Do you remember the 70s James Bond? We kind of grew up with that. What a great movie that was. Great theme song, too. But that movie, there's a scene where it's an English car, I think, called a Lotus Esprit.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
a submarine.
it's like a sub. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
It's a sub, and it comes up out of the water, shallow water, and drives up onto the beach. And the Italians sitting on the beach, Italians are relaxed. They see this car coming out like a submarine, coming out from under the water and drive up on the beach. He opens the door, fish falls out or whatever, and then he drives off. That's a very, very famous. They also have a little island off the coast of Sardinia that has wild albino donkeys.
Oh wow, I never knew that.
It's a cool place.
Isn't Corsica around that area too?
Yeah.
Or Napoleon.
Napoleon.
He was Italian.
People don't know Napoleon was not French.
He was Italian.
By blood, he was Italian.
Okay.
A great commander, a great general, great leader. So that was a good day, man. And speaking
of boat cars, at that car museum, I thought I saw. Is there a boat car there?
Yeah.
there was a boat car. There were speedboats
For your friend,
jet boats.
your
Yeah.
mom?
You got to tell us about this glass, though.
Yeah. So this
What's this?
glass here, it says "We the People." It's a beautiful glass. We'll show a shot of it. And this glass here was given during the lockdowns, and we stood up to everybody and went to war with everyone to defend liberty and freedom and honor our founding fathers and our military heroes for gifting us the God-given protections that we have. A lot of people brought me mementos and gifts and just things that were just so cool. And one of the gifts that I got was this beautiful glass. So I grew up in an Italian family, obviously 100% on both sides, and we never drank wine in a wine glass. Like, I didn't even know what a wine glass was until I was 30 years old. My grandfather made his own wine. We drank wine glass. We drank wine out of just a bucket glass, just a normal glass. So
Un bicchiere. That's what they said in Italy.
exactly. So for me,
glass,
Italian,
just a glass.
Just a glass. Yeah.
So for me, it's very natural just to drink wine in a regular glass. So a friend of mine named Gerard brought me this glass as a gift. I've had it ever since.
He's a
It's
true
a special
patriot.
glass. The guys, the good fellows that work here, they set this glass aside to keep it safe. And whenever I drink, they always bring it out. And
You seem like on
it's
this.
an honor to drink out of it.
You're on this wine jag now. Like, what's wine with you? What are you feeling wine now?
I feel like alcohol magnifies the personality. For me, it's wine. Wine puts me in a good mood. Makes me. I'm very, very happy when I drink wine. Why? Because naturally, I'm a happy person. What about you?
So, well, you say that.
Pretty
That's- that there's a Latin saying, "In vino veritas."
Exactly.
So you
know that.
feel like more like yourself when you're drinking wine.
I really do. I'm naturally a happy person. I think I brood a lot. I'm a brooding guy, but I'm not really an angry guy. I'm angry when I see the things that are happening to this country.
Yeah.
But I prefer to be a happy guy. And red wine relaxes me, makes me feel good. I drink it before we do these sit downs. I drink it during. Sometimes a cocktail. What about you? You drink. What
I mean,
happens to
I don't drink anymore, but I mean, how come when I used to drink, I was real mean?
you? you get the headbutt reflex. I was gonna say too. What happened to your hair? Did you forget to hire a barber, or did you use an axe?
Tony, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. I can't cool down. As you know, I'm kind of rough in it.
Looks like you
these
took
days.
an axe and just started like chopping.
No, this is good. This is good. This is light, and I feel like I can move better.
Yeah,
and,
It's all good. It's all
unencumbered.
good. Giovanni, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Checking on you, man.
All right. Tonight I'm gonna cook you some food, and
What are we having tonight?
tonight we're gonna do some a little scallop dish.
I like scallops.
beautiful.
So they're from New England.
Yep.
They're wild caught off the New England coast.
We like
And,
things. We
we're
like things
doing
from
with
New England.
Linguine with the white wine, Italian parsley.
So the scallops are
and
from
butter
New England.
sauce. Yes.
And
Are
they're
these
large.
the big fat
Wild
ones?
caught.
They're large.
Yeah,
The large
absolutely.
ones.
Our scallops are always large.
This is
yeah.
the biggest scallops I've ever seen in any restaurant here.
Yeah.
Right here.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start making that.
Yeah, they
for you
say
guys.
everything's big in Texas, but everything's big at the Silicos.
That's right.
Don't you got a shirt about your cannolis or
What
something?
about those
You got a
cannolis?
T-shirt that says "We have big." It was funny. That's a funny story because what happened was I walked in the restaurant one day and I'm walking past, and it was during lunch hour. Lunch hour when I was very very busy, and I saw these two women sitting behind me, sitting at this table. I walked by and I saw one of the servers carrying out a cannoli. Our cannolis are big, and I heard one of the women say, "That's a big cannoli," and I just like almost skidded on my feet, and I just came to a screeching stop, halt, and I said, "Man, that's a T-shirt right there." So we have the T-shirt. We have big cannolis because people used to come in all the time during the lockdowns because of the things that we were doing here, and they say you have big balls or whatever, and we'd say, "Okay, whatever," you know.
Let's
Well,
use the word
they're
Big
cannolis.
What did you use cannolis?
They're talking meatballs, aren't they?
They were talking meatballs too, I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, so again, before we get to Biden, because he's like just Biden's nothing,
Yeah, he's
right?
insignificant,
Nothing.
right?
But we'll get to people making a big deal about him. But in the grand scheme of the war to save this country, nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck him. He's
Yeah.
nothing. So our friend, our amazing, great patriot friend, our brother in arms, John Strand,
Yes.
is getting a J6er.
Yes.
Getting out of prison.
Yeah.
I think July 25th. John Strand, he had 4 or 5 charges against him, including obstruction of Congress.
Yeah.
Right, and he had 4 misdemeanors, so 5, I think, 5 total. He was here. He's become a good friend of ours. He's
Yes.
part Italian.
Solid
Right?
dude.
He's
Solid.
a solid man.
He's a sweet guy too.
Sweet guy.
And I mean that like in a good
young.
way.
I think he's like mid-30s probably.
Yeah.
A lot of people are jealous of him because he was a model, and he used to come here all the time during the lockdowns. Guy's flamboyant the way he dresses, but he's a model. Again, he's into fashion.
I mean, but he's
Straight white male though.
he's
Straight
sophisticated.
white male.
He's sophisticated.
He loves the women.
Yeah.
He loves the ladies. So he used to come down here, and when he got sentenced, when he lost in D.C., and they were going to send him away, he came down here. We held a special event for him, right? For him to
Yep.
give his speech.
I
talk
took
to
a
people,
picture. I took
inspire
a
people.
selfie with him.
We have a picture with him.
I did that
Yep.
because I wanted to remember
Yep.
this guy because the courage he was showing us
It was around
Right.
end of July last year. He came here days before he had to report
Exactly.
to prison
Yeah.
in Florida.
before he had to
Remember
go.
that
Yeah.
day? And I was honored that he chose
I was
to come
too.
here
I
days
was too.
before. And I remember thinking to myself, when he got in that car and drove away, and I said, "I'll see you in 32 months." That's when they're going to let him out.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, how disgusting is this that we can't do anything to stop it? Like, we should have a 2,000, 3,000 man army surround the restaurant, right? Lock him inside and say, "We dare you to come and get him." And let the standoff begin. That's the way I felt about Trump. You know, I've talked about that past episodes. But
Maybe they need to do that around all the polling or the voter stations.
yeah.
The drop boxes.
And I remember he got in that car, and I was the last person to walk into his car, watch him drive off. And I remember watching him drive away, just how that felt to me, thinking like, I can't do anything about it. Are you serious? Where is everybody? Where's everybody stand with me to shield him and block this? So he goes away.
You know what, Tony? What's that old? There's that statement, true grit, right? True grit. Like they don't use that term anymore, but he did show true grit.
Yeah.
He did go out there. He did face it. He wasn't flinching. You know, he went through the gauntlet. He did it.
And they didn't make it easy for him when he was there.
Well, when he was there, he gave an interview with somebody, and he gave an interview, and they didn't like it. He was in solitary confinement for 4 months. This is like you said. This is an educated, articulate, smart, feeling, thoughtful guy.
He's gentle. He's strong.
Yeah.
You know, and they're trying to run him through the ringer.
And he said, "I'm going to run into the fire," and he would not take a deal.
Yeah.
And that's why I stood with him, because he understood what it takes. The standard I talk about, all the fighting standard, is you lay everything on the line. You risk everything. You do it in honor of our founding fathers who laid everything on the line, who risked everything they had. So they made the ultimate sacrifice. So he did that.
And shame
in that
on them.
same spirit.
Shame on them because they showed themselves how far they'll go.
That's right.
Right? He fought them. He
Well-
stood up. He didn't give in, and they went after him. It's a testament to shame on them, not shame on him. John is
Exactly.
solid.
So, anyway, so there was a decision that came out of the Supreme Court, and it basically limits the extent of how they can weaponize the obstruction charge.
Misuse.
Yeah.
Basically, they have to prove now for J6ers that you have willfully tampered with documents and data and things like that. He didn't do any of that. So he's getting released, I think July 25th.
That's good.
We will have him here one day during one of our sit downs. We'll talk to him. People can hear the story directly from him,
Yeah.
which will be amazing. And I can't wait to hug him. He's such a good man. He's such a good friend.
Patriot.
And he and I communicated throughout the time he was in prison.
You're able to get calls into him.
Yep.
In the federal pen.
Yep.
You were able to be in on those calls.
Yep.
Because you were named part of the legal team.
I spoke to him. Yeah,
You
I
got
am,
to speak
I am
to
part
him?
of the legal team.
You are part of the legal
I
team.
spoke to him.
You're the
Yeah.
moral support.
He perked up when he knew you were on the phone that one time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
No,
hope he
you
did.
told. I mean, I remember that when you were introduced, I think his girlfriend said, "John, we got someone special on the line
Yeah,
that wants to say hi to you."
Yeah.
And then you said, "Hey, John, it's Tony."
Yeah.
And then
Tony.
what did he say? I remember you.
He said, "How's my favorite member of the legal team?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice conversation. So
That meant more to him than anything.
I don't know, but I was humbled to hear that, and just to hear his voice was emotional. Because I think about how they are robbing fucking time
Yeah.
from his life.
Yeah.
How are they gonna fucking repay him?
Yeah. They owe him.
They owe him.
They owe him.
And
You know what?
This-
What do you think? You think if I wear this thing for 3 full years?
the ankle monitor.
I've been wearing this 2.5. You think if I wear it for 3 full years? I saw like a little meme about like some soldier sawing off an ankle
His leg.
chain on a guy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
a slave. Like the British put an end to slavery,
Yeah.
right? And they got this picture from this like British sailor. He's sawing through an ankle shackle on a slave. Well, I mean, what is this?
Yeah.
I've been wearing this 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have to suffer as much as John.
Yeah.
But this has not been a picnic. Walking
No.
around, it's changed
Yeah.
my walk. Like
But it's great for show and tell. It's
people
a
need
great badge of honor to wear.
they need a visual aid sometimes.
And we talked about even getting these toys made. Remember, we talked about getting these little toy ankle monitors made with your name on it. Will you sign it? Can we give it to people as a gift? Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I smell the scallops back there. I can hear them sizzling on the skillet, man.
I smell the
On
garlic.
the frying pan and the garlic. Oh my God. Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful.
So John knew from the beginning, the
Yeah.
first day of his trial,
Yeah.
that he was going to lose.
He knew.
it
Yeah, that's a
was
good,
set-
great point, Doug.
It's
He
all the
knew.
juror- all
He
the
said, "I
jurors.
know I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
I know
It
I'm
was
gonna
a
fucking lose."
completely- Complete setup.
Yeah, but he's like,
against
"Fuck them."
Yeah.
And we talked about it all the time. He said, "Tony, I'm ready to run into the fire.
He faced
I'm
the
ready
fire.
to run into the fire." And he's been writing a book. So I told people close to him while he was in there before they were going to release him, this man needs to run for office when he gets out. He's got what it takes. He's got to run for office.
Yeah.
And it's payback time.
Yeah.
It's fucking payback time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I can't wait to see him when he comes back here. We'll
Yeah.
we'll huddle with him, and we'll give him our thoughts, and he'll
That's
tell
just-
us about what it was like on the inside. But
That's just a few days away. He'll be out.
a few days away, man.
You believe that?
It really warms my heart.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him. So happy for him. And
I hope a little bird tells John Strand that we're waiting for him to come visit us.
that he's ready. He can. Maybe we'll have him here he'll be our special guest of honor, Goodfellas night in October.
Beautiful.
But hopefully we'll see him before that.
That's
We'll have
good.
him sit
That's
down with us
perfect. That's perfect.
here.
I like that.
So the RNC. Before we get to Biden's last, man. Biden's last.
We gotta make our own house in order.
Fuck him. Biden's last.
But what happened?
The RNC. What did you think about the Republican National Convention?
Not impressed.
I mean,
Kim?
come on, Tony. It made me very uncomfortable.
Well, I felt like they, Trump had this moment of strength. And I'm not going to put it on him because the guy was almost killed.
Yeah.
Okay, but the rest of them. But he's still in charge, and his family's in charge too. What I noticed, there was a lot of
Pandering.
there was pandering, and there was a hint of wokeness.
Oh.
The hint of wokeness there, a big hint of wokeness,
Yeah, you think?
right? And that was disappointing. You
Yeah.
think about, so I didn't hear anything about anti-abortion,
Yeah.
about the anti-abortion platform. Nothing.
Like, what do they even stand for anymore?
I heard nothing about promoting the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Nothing. I think the only person that mentioned anything about being anti-abortion was the opening prayer by a Catholic priest.
Okay.
He mentioned it, and that was the end of it. And his fucking son, Eric fucking Trump, called, when people asked him about it, he said, you know, think of the bigger picture. Right now, issues like that are just a dark spot on the wall. Like we'll get to that later. We'll wash that off later. We'll get to it later. Dark spot on the fucking wall? You're talking about sanctity of life?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You know, we got to get right with God. And the thing is it seems like they're just concerned with the GDP, right? And making money and having more money. And okay, money's good to have, right? You can do good things with it. You're not supposed to love it, but you're supposed to want to be good stewards and get things and be able to do things in life. But that can't be your focus. And I think that maybe their soul of the RNC is a little bit in crisis right now, because if they're just trying to like convince people like this is the good direction, you're going to get your money. It's like they're trying to pay them off to sell out on what? The social issues, the important moral issues, like the ideological issues, the things that make people what they are, whether they're conservative or whether they're just lukewarm or what. Like what? Are they going to be woke? Are we going to be woke, but we're conservative on money?
Can you imagine?
Like woke light instead of
Woke
Yeah.
light.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about it. Can you imagine 1980 Reagan not having the platform of anti-abortion or Second Amendment? Like that would never happen.
We finally won, right? That's what people wanted to see. They got the Supreme Court lined up. We finally won that. The issues that we win now, they want to back off. What? Like we're winning too much?
Because all they care about now is the big fucking tent. Unity, the big fucking tent, right? Fuck the tent.
Yeah.
Go to war to fucking destroy the enemy.
We
That's
win.
it.
We win because
Stand on principle.
we're right.
Yeah, stand on principle. When you fight, like, he had Kid Rock there. That's fucking fine. His song was so fucking bad and so stupid.
Yeah, it was kind of
What a fucking joke. Okay, we don't need rappers. We don't have some class. Be elegant in how you present yourself. Don't. The way I think about it is I see them, and they're sort of deteriorating into accepting the culture that Hollywood is kind of pushing. They're adopting that.
But Hollywood's going down the drain right now.
But they're adopting it. They're trying to win the culture war by adopting what Hollywood is pushing, and society is being degraded in the meantime. And why are you going down that path? Like hold your standards high, right?
You know what I think, Tony? I think Hollywood's on the ropes right now. All the stats coming out are showing that everything is down in Hollywood production wise and all this stuff, right? So if Hollywood's on the ropes, the Republicans should say, "Oh, we're going to embrace them now, and maybe they'll like us." They should say, "You know what? Finish it,
Crush it. Yeah.
crush it, crush
They
it."
should crush it.
Doug even said it, crush it.
He brings in the guy that introduces him. Trump could have fucking brought in a World War II veteran. They're still alive. There's still many of them left.
Who did he bring in?
The greatest
He
generation.
could have brought in Medal of Honor winner.
He could have brought in a
Medal of Honor
J6,
recipient.
a
Sorry, Medal of Honor
J6er,
recipient. A J6er. Great point.
right?
Like you.
Anybody.
Somebody
We're all-
who stood for freedom.
Yeah, we're all the
And
same,
holds American standards high. He
right?
preserves them and protects them and defends them. He brings in this fucking Dana White guy. He's a UFC guy. That's
Okay,
fine.
Wait, I like Dana.
That's fine. You can like him. But the bottom line is, I
Yeah.
fucking say it like I see it.
Let's
He
hear it.
slapped his fucking wife around on national fucking TV.
That's right. That's
Everyone fucking saw it. If you're slapping around your wife,
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
what are you doing?
if you're slapping around your wife on TV
That's
in
not
public,
that's not
what are
conservative.
you doing in private?
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, listen. When you, and then he's got this. Hold on, he's bringing some food out. Let's calm down for a minute.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh my God, look at this.
We got linguine.
I mean, my plate's so small.
Well,
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just-
no, you're
this is
right.
the sampler,
We're just
right?
sharing.
Yeah,
We're
this
just
is the
sharing.
sampler, all
This is
right.
just the small
We're
one.
just sharing. We're just sharing.
All right.
And only
We're
you get
sampling.
5 of these guys on
We're
your.
just
Beautiful.
sharing.
Look at that.
Scallops in there?
Oh man, the
yeah.
scallops are so good.
Scallops linguine. Are
This
you,
is awesome. Yeah,
fucking-
white wine,
you fucking
butter.
kidding me?
Italian parsley. These are wild caught from our own New England American coast.
Kill 'em more.
Here's the rest of it.
Giovanni,
Just leave the pan.
Giovanni,
I did the-
Giovanni, you're a star.
You got it.
Thank you,
Amazing,
buddy.
man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Buon appetito.
Let's take a little break and try some of this, huh? Damn.
Scallops are so
How
good.
lucky are we, huh?
Are you gonna eat that scallop?
Here. Yes.
How
Get your-
lucky?
Get your hands
how-
off my plate.
How fucking lucky are we? God. I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, that's amazing.
Here's that white wine.
Mm.
That buttery scallop. Look how big that scallop is.
They're cooked perfectly.
Fuck. Look at that. White. That can be. Anyway. So, he's got this guy. Oh, so he's got this guy Dana White come out,
Yeah.
slaps his wife around, and he picks him to be the guy to introduce it. Really? You're Donald fucking Trump. You have access to some of the greatest heroes in the world, especially in America, and you pick him. That's fine. You have some stupid fucking song by Kid Rock that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
You could have done so much better. Anyway, so then he brings out this chick. This woman that promotes Sikhism,
Oh yeah.
and she says
she's out of Northern California.
She says
The one true
a
God.
prayer like Ardas. I think they call it like an Ardas prayer. Sikhism believes in a genderless God,
Oh.
and here she is saying this prayer. No, you know what? You should only have Christian pastors and Catholic priests saying the prayer. For me, being a Catholic man, Catholic priest, and that's it.
This
but-
country Christian. It was based Christian.
That's right. That's
Founded
not
Christian.
the foundation of this country.
It wasn't
Sikhism
great.
is fine.
Yeah.
That's their religion, but this fucking country was founded on Christian values and beliefs.
Christian Europeans.
That's it. There's no trace of Sikhism in it anywhere. I don't want to hear that shit.
And see, you know what? They don't want Columbus because he's Christian European and a colonizer, right?
Yep.
But they want to give some obscure religion,
Yep.
front stage, showcase,
Yep.
platform,
Yep.
everything. That's that hint of woke you're talking about because it's
Yeah.
is that really relevant to America? Really?
No,
I mean, it's
no.
it's so minor. What I bet if I asked my phone what percentage of America is Sikh, it'd probably be the Sikh population of the United States is 0.03, right?
Yeah.
How is that relevant?
They're tough people. They're strong people.
No, they got a warrior ethic. I'll
They
give
have a
them
warrior
that.
ethic. I'll give them that.
I'll give them that.
But that's not what this country's about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's about Trump trying to push the unity thing.
Nah. Fuck unity.
No, you don't need unity.
No, we don't need unity. Just defeat the enemy.
That's right.
Second of
Crush
all,
him.
third of all, fourth of all, whatever the hell, I don't know how far down the list I am, but he brings this woman on, Amber something, I don't know her name. This chick was only famous for having sex with rappers. That's it. She is the self-proclaimed
Satanist.
atheist
Satanist.
and Satanist, saying that Satanism does good for the world because it helps people, influences people to get abortions.
Yeah.
That's what she fucking said. Okay.
This is called antichristism. This is
She
what it is.
she started some kind of movement called Slut Pride and the Slut Walk.
Okay, so now their position is we got the best conservative sluts, right? Our sluts are the best because they're conservative. Don't choke. I mean, for real though, Tony, that's what they're saying. Our abortions are the best because they're Republican abortions,
Yeah.
right? Our Satanists are the best because they're Republican Satanists, right?
Yeah.
She's an OnlyFans model, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's like their way of making money.
Mhm.
Is like they get these people to subscribe and they show them
Yeah.
their breasts, their
Yeah.
tits, right?
Yeah.
They flash them and
Yeah.
they send them money.
Yeah.
So she's basically a prostitute, a porn star. We got the best considered porn stars.
Yeah. Sickening, right? Imagine, again, going back to 1980, going back before that, imagine the platform, the RNC, endorsing that. It would never happen. Because why? Because it was a different time. And it was a different time when America truly was great. It's not about great again. It was greater back then.
Because they were trying to preserve and conserve
Tradition.
values, tradition. They've
principle,
conserved nothing.
Nothing.
They've-
It's all about, listen, now it's all about win at all fucking costs. Even Trump, I think, talked about selling. I forget during the speech, he's talking about selling out something for votes. Oh, I want to say that when you fucking fight, like we fought here, we would not compromise our principles when we fought, meaning fight with honor always.
Yeah.
Fight with honor always. And speaking of honor, Doug, I have something for you. So if you remember when we raised our American flag up the 40-foot flagpole,
Yeah.
we had international ministries out of Whittier
Oh,
that they were the honor guard that came down
Yeah.
and performed. They helped us with the folding of the flag, the raising of the flag.
was a
the
ceremony.
handling of the flag. It was a beautiful ceremony.
Yeah.
They explained the 13
folds,
folds.
yeah.
They gave this to me because they knew they met you a week before.
Before the
before
They-
we
I
did the
remember
flag
they came
raising
in, yeah.
ceremony, they
We
came in.
talked
They
to
met with us. They sat with you and I, and they knew how close you were to me, and they wanted me to give this to you. This is a challenge coin, a beautiful
Yeah.
challenge coin.
That's amazing. Oh my God, look at that.
They wanted you to have that, and I've held on to it for the last couple of weeks. And I keep forgetting to hand it to you,
Oh,
but I
man.
want to give it to you tonight.
Thank you so much.
Isn't that beautiful?
I hope those guys come in again. I want to thank them in person.
I like these things because like
You'll get your opportunity.
it's like a reminder, like I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a certain power on this
Good,
yeah.
because there's an intent behind it,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Yeah, these are so beautiful. I've got a collection of these now. Just amazing.
Hey, you got a little garlic on your mouth.
I do. Thanks, man.
Other side, perfect.
Guys,
Beautiful.
how good was that?
That was good.
That was amazing.
Giovanni,
It was good.
are you kidding me?
Awesome.
The scalps are perfect.
Fuck, man.
No, they're the best scalps you can get around here.
I mean, look, I
Just
cleaned the
well done.
plate up, and at the end of when you're done with the plate, there's like residue of garlic and herbs and parsley and
we
so
tried
good.
to wipe that up with.
Yeah, the bread
Oh
sops it up good. You know?
Oh,
You got the best bread too.
Thank you guys.
it's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Good job, man. Thank you.
Next
All
time,
right.
for a plate like that, we need a little bread. Why not?
Let's go to. Let's finally get to
To who?
Zombie Joe.
Do we got
Zombie
to?
Joe Biden.
Do we have to?
You know,
I heard.
people want to hear it.
I heard a funny thing though.
He's
I
a
read
has
something-
been.
I read something earlier today. Somebody said something to the effect that he's going to be pissed when he finds out that he's not running.
That's hilarious. That's good. I like that. Listen, when they took a shot at Donald Trump, and their goal, their objective was to blow him off the stage. What they really did was they blew Biden off the stage, and I'll explain why. Because when they took a shot at Trump, and he had that resounding defiance, like afterwards,
Yeah.
fist in the air, the
They-
flag behind
They
him.
let
the
him show
image.
who he truly was.
Listen, all the problems I've even had with Trump, not
Yeah.
being strong enough,
Yeah.
I have felt. The lockdowns, everything. I know that man loves America. I know it, I feel it, I sense it.
Yeah.
He loves his country. 100% in his heart. That I know. And I love him for that. But when they try to blow him off the stage, they blew Biden off the stage. And I say that because the enemy now knows. The enemy thought they could coast. They could coast all along. Biden could win again. No fucking problem. They would cheat, whatever. But this time with Trump and that experience and that image, they know that if Trump and Biden were on the debate stage again, Trump would look like the great, all-powerful Oz, and Biden would look like a fucking munchkin.
Yeah.
Okay, like the fucking munchkins of Wizard of Oz, right?
No.
Next to him.
Flying monkey.
Flying monkey's even better.
Flying monkey.
But at least a monkey can fucking fly.
No, but you know
I
what?
don't know.
He's only flying up here, Tony.
Yeah.
He's going places that we can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But that guy, I don't even think he's human. It's like he's like the reptilian primal brain or something.
Yeah.
He's like some weird creature now.
Yeah,
His
but
mouth's hanging open. He's like, oh.
Yeah, but
Well, it's
but
dementia.
the
Yeah.
problem is for me, I tell people when the enemy is destroying themselves, just
Yeah,
step
get out
out
of
of
the
the
way.
way.
Yeah.
Let them fucking let them destroy themselves. And you know, our side's been piling on, making fun of Biden and everything else. Just shut up,
Yeah.
because now you have to be careful for what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because I kind of wanted to see Biden stand, and the reason why is I wanted to test the American people and see how fucking debased we are with a man who loves his country versus a man who's a zombie, and just see if he can win. And if he fucking lost that fucking race, then you would know. I already know the condition of the
You
country.
know it's over.
I already know.
You know it's over.
Fucking, it's fucking over. Yeah, it would be over, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it was a great test. So
We don't have that opportunity anymore because, but I mean, it couldn't get more black and white with Biden still because, I mean, he's, pooping his pants. What's he doing? Fondling kids. He's sniffing hair. He's, there's one picture where he was shaking this black guy's hand and he starts rubbing his forearm, and the guy's just looking at him and that's he's like rubbing him. He's rubbing his arm and feeling him, and then it was funny because they're the guy and his friend are sitting there looking at him and they let him get away with it because he's the president, I guess, but he's like, that was weird.
that is
He's
weird.
been weird for a long time.
But for me, the problem is now you have Kamala. Kamala might as well listen. Kamala slept her way to the top.
Yeah.
She's diversity hire. She slept her way to the fucking top. She might as well get with that Amber chick and walk the what was it called? The slut. What was it called?
The slut walk in
the
L.A.
The slut walk of shame, whatever the hell it's called. Right? She might as well jump on board because that's how she earned her way to the top. Let's be honest. She's not qualified at all. But the problem is now that you have.
She's a qualified Democrat.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
She's perfect.
She's perfect for them. That's highly qualified for them.
Right.
Exactly. So he is not obligated. Those delegates are like free agent delegates. Like they don't have to go. They don't have to go to her.
Mm.
They can have sort of like a mini, like a mini primary,
Okay.
where they get to decide who they pick. And you got Gretchen Whitmer, that bitch, who was a wannabe little mini dictator.
What
in
state was that?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Fucking Michigan.
Okay.
Governor of
Right.
Michigan.
You have Gavin Pelosi, who I call Gavin Pelosi,
I think he's going to try and make it.
who's the ultra wannabe dictator,
Yeah.
tiny tyrant in training. Believe me, I would love him to get on the national stage. To be able to take a shot at him. I took a lot of shots at him during the lockdowns. Went to war with that guy, but to take a shot at him on a national stage would be amazing. And you can't say national. You can't say take a shot anymore. Fucking saying take a shot at him.
You were taking shots at him, and people were trying to say, "Hey, Tony,
I was daring him.
you might want to back off
Yeah, I was daring him.
on trying to challenge the governor."
Yeah, I was
I mean,
daring him.
Who the fuck do they think they're
We'll
talking
talk
to?
about that guy in a minute. But you know what? People aren't paying attention because that evil bitch, Hillary Clinton, is waiting in the wings. You know what? I know people are saying, well, it's not going to happen. But you know what? She has the infrastructure in place right now.
That's right.
She's got the donors in place right now. She's got the experience to run right now.
Mm.
She knows how to fucking set the whole campaign up within 24 hours right now. And she would love another crack
Yeah.
at Donald Trump right now.
Yeah.
So don't forget about her.
And she would love another crack at all of us.
And we
That's
would
right.
love to give her another beatdown, another embarrassing beatdown.
God willing.
But keep an eye on her.
God willing.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier about the
The softies.
So yeah, people try to tell me. I've had people come to me since we've done this sit-down project
Yeah.
that we do here
Yeah.
at the bar. They try to tell me, Tony, you're going a little too hard. Tony, you're saying things that are a little controversial.
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
using the F word a little too much.
Oh.
Today, in fact, somebody came to me and said, you know what? Saying the F word too much. And you know what? The people who said that to me today, they were friends. And there were people that I had some respect for. But these were the same people who told me not to fight Gavin Pelosi, who told me not to stand up to the all-powerful government, to stand down when I was fighting everybody during the lockdown,
To surrender.
to surrender.
I heard some of that conversation.
And these people today told me, Tony, you using the F word is a little too much. And somebody said to me today, your mother wouldn't be proud of you. Let me tell you something. And I was
She would
cool.
be.
At the moment, it kind of caught me off guard. And I was nice about it.
With the
They're-
fucking nerve.
They're a little older. I didn't want to show any disrespect.
Can I you know what?
It was
I'm
kind
gonna
of shocking.
These civility dipshits need to keep your mother's name out of their fucking mouths. Who are they to even bring up your mom
Yeah, exactly.
in context with an admonishment with you? Because your mom loved you and loved everything about you. And I would watch the joy in her face when she saw what you were doing from that table over there. And she would watch your son, and she was proud of you, Tony.
My mother used to say, yeah, thank you for that, Ken.
She was proud of you.
People would ask her, Rose, what keeps you going? With all your health issues, what keeps you going? She said, I want to see what Tony's going to do next.
Next. Yeah, another day to see that.
She would love what we're doing here.
Yeah.
She would be our number one follower.
Number
She'd
one
be paying
fan.
attention to every minute of it.
Yeah.
And she would say, you know what, Tony? You do what you got to do. You keep pushing. You say what you got to say. And don't listen to anybody.
Yeah.
So these people came to me saying they were offended, but in the end, you know what? I'm fucking offended. And you know what? You told me not to say the F word. Fuck that.
You know what, Tony?
Yeah, fuck that.
That's right.
I mean, you said your piece, but you know what? These civility dipshits, they're not even worth it. They're not even worth it. Are they even on our side? Are they?
Doesn't feel like it.
It's hard to know.
I mean, really. I mean, by your words, you'll be justified. By your words, you'll be condemned. With all the fucking shit that's going on in the world right now, and they're worried about a word. They're worried about a word. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking this. Fuck. Fuck what's going on right now. And you want to be a civilian dipshit and get all like, oh, and clutch your pearls about a word. Like, how about you get mad about, like, we got our Secret Service trying to take out the president by standing down? How about you be mad about the Republican RNC trying to sink the party by standing down to woke? How about you be mad about our DA here in Orange County standing down to people that are violently assaulting Trump supporters?
Yeah.
And standing down to the violent people and prosecuting the victims? Like, I could go on for 10 minutes about all the things that make you want to say, fuck that. And these people are mad about a word. That's, to me, Tony, gaslighting. Because you want to blame the person who's responding to what's crazy.
Yeah.
Instead of addressing what's crazy. You're worthless. You're worthless to me, to you, to this country, to this Orange County. You just better shut your mouth and don't fucking step up again with your stupid advice. Because you can take your device and shove it up your fucking ass. I'm sick and tired of these people. And they're complaining about, oh, you're using the F word. No. Look at what's happening. Look at what's going on around us, Tony. You know it. I know it. Doug knows it.
Yeah.
These people don't get it. So we don't need to hear anything from them. They need to keep their fucking mouths shut.
Amen. And it happened at a memorial that we intended for a man that stood with me during the lockdown.
He backed you. He backed
me. This man stood by me. He donated the big 18-foot American flag that we hung on our building. That was part of our battle with the landlord.
That set your
You know.
course.
It started the whole thing.
It was just another contribution from somebody who was a brother in arms who wanted to join the fight with us, who honored us, and we honored him. And today I was honoring him at this event, and that's when this confrontation happened.
When you got the 18-foot flag, let's move to the positive. You know what? Fuck those people. When you got that 18-foot flag, did you think at the time how that fork in the road, what direction it was going to take you in? Because now you got that beautiful flag out there with
All
the lights.
Cool.
Yeah.
You never thought that.
No, all I saw was a beautiful flag, and I remember that my mother was so happy about it,
And the fight that kicked off,
and
right?
she loved this man that we
Oh,
honored
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
She loved him, and when he gave me that flag, and I never forget how we pulled it up on the building, how we had the ropes and the ropes dropped and we pulled it up. You know, there's video of that. We'll show it. I did know that it was a magical moment when it went up,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that it would spark a whole nother battle for us to fight, and a battle that I cherished.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said before in the past, another sit down we had here, that I forget which one it was, part 1, part 2, part 3, when we raised the American flag up that 40-foot flagpole that's out there now, I thought of him. I thought of my mother first, always, and then I thought of him because he was part of the battle.
Yeah.
He contributed to it, and I wish he was here on that day that we raised the flag. And at that event today, I could see him walking around. He was a very, very John Wayne character.
Yes.
You know, and
Amazing guy.
yeah, so
A true patriot.
it was a good day today. You know, we got to spend some time seeing all those beautiful, being in that car museum, seeing 185 American muscle cars,
Yeah.
boats, motorcycles. So I think we covered the Biden issue, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, it's like insignificant.
It's
really.
it's insignificant, and I think that people are getting too excited about it. I think on our side, especially, people are coming in.
Oh yeah,
tonight
yeah.
before
Like
we
so,
set up.
look, this loser finally is out of the picture. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, why would you get excited? Like, why did that happen 5 years ago?
It's kind of nice to see the Democratic Party in total chaos for
I don't
change.
know if it's a chaos. You got to be careful saying that,
Well,
Yeah,
because
you can't underestimate that snake.
it may be, and you may think it's in chaos, but this may be part of their fucking plan.
Yeah.
And
People be so happy and relieved that they got rid of shit for pants,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That they'll be like, they could get a bump. Maybe they're trying to get a bump like Trump got a bump.
Yeah.
Trump got a big bump, right?
Yeah. He
Every
did.
every fist pump
He-
he did.
But the problem is, even after Trump got shot, I think Biden outraised him in fundraising in June.
Yeah.
No, wait, in July, in like last week, whatever the fuck it was.
Because the shooters and them who they're connected to, they're still going for the kill.
Well, anyway, I think we need to stay the course. Trump needs to stay the course. He needs to make sure that he
Fight, fight, fight.
I don't know if fighting's enough. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck the left. Destroy the left. Stomp on the left.
Exactly.
Stomp on their graves when you bury them.
Yeah.
Piss on their fucking graves when you bury them. Like, there is no...
Reconciliation with these kind of people. The
No.
people that are taking shots at you, you don't want to reconcile with them.
There is no reconciling with
There's
them.
none.
Show no mercy.
Yeah.
Show no mercy until they beg you to stop.
They admit
And when they
defeat.
beg you to stop, you have to say, you know what? We'll stop if you pledge to go to a re-education camp and do it at Basilicos.
That's right.
We'll educate you.
Yeah.
And you pledge allegiance. You do the Pledge of Allegiance. You pledge not to be a fucking Democrat anymore.
You teach them how to be an American. And to the republic for which it stands.
You're an American, act like it.
Yes.
That's right.
And not only that, but you know what I want to say to all those men out there that might be watching? How the fuck are you a man and vote Democrat? That makes no fucking sense to me.
I mean, I ought to make a question.
It's
there.
unnatural.
It's-
It is,
They
that's
vote
true.
like women.
And I tell people that when you, and I've said this before, if you're a Democrat and you leave this earth, you are not leaving with your balls intact. You can't leave with, there's nothing you can leave with When you leave this earth, you're leaving with nothing. At least leave with your balls intact. Stand for what you believe in, fight for what you believe in, and never vote Democrat.
Never.
Never. It's unnatural.
Never.
Anyway, it's a good night. Appreciate hanging out with you guys.
All right.
What, you gonna leave now?
You always
You
ask
had it
that. You always ask that. Anything else for you, Doug? You good?
I just, hey, when they tell you to go easy, we say go harder.
Go hard.
Yeah, don't take the advice from losers, because
That's right.
winners don't listen to losers.
That's right.
The Bulldog. The Bulldog says it's best.
That's absolutely.
Enjoyed the pasta. Enjoyed the wine.
Mine is
Enjoyed your
awesome,
company, Tony.
as
See you
always.
guys, see you guys next time.
You know
All
what,
right,
Tony?
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel free to fight as hard as I do in my heart, in my words, in my thoughts, if I didn't know you.
I appreciate it.
If I didn't see what you've done, nobody's pushed harder than you. I haven't seen anybody that's had a standard like you, and you make me bring out the best in me
Wow.
because you resonate with me, Tony.
That
My
really means a
Italian
lot.
big brother.
Means a lot.
Everything you do, I appreciate and respect, admire, and I wanna follow and I wanna support.
Means a lot.
I
And
mean that.
whenever I see you guys, I get happy.
Yeah.
So thank
Hey,
you. Okay. I love you
What
both.
you're doing is working.
Thanks, man.
There's a 40-foot flagpole out there that proves it.
That's a big fucking flagpole. 45 feet off the ground.
That's right.
And it's
love it.
beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
The wind flowing in it.
All right.
I'll miss you both till next time. All right.
Sounds good.
I'll see you guys.
Pretty inspirational day so far.
Did I go off too much?
No, not enough.
I mean, we got to vet, right?
Hey, you got to say what you got to say.
I mean, someone's got to say it.
That's right.